Welcome to Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm a fitness coach spreading positivity to navigate you to fitness, growth, and transformation. Hey, I'm your host, Abby Smiley Kraus. I am a fitness enthusiast, a huge dog lover, especially to my babies Gigi and Layla, and I am so passionate about this amazing thing that we call life. In this podcast, I'll be covering topics to improve your fitness, mindset, and well-being. Topics such as longevity, meal prepping, overcoming mindset obstacles, nutrition, and of course, everyone's favorite, weight loss. I'm here to help inspire, uplift, educate, and motivate you to become your best self. Join me here every Tuesday for a fresh episode. Welcome to the Your Fitness Chick podcast. Become your best self. I'm Abby Smiley Kraus, your fitness chick, and I'm super excited. This is the first episode of the Your Fitness Chick podcast for 2024. What a whirlwind of the year 2023 was for me. I'm not quite sure how your temperature of the year checked out. But I am here to start 2024 off with a positive note. So did you make New Year's resolutions? I know a lot of people like to do those. And unfortunately, as we all know, it almost becomes a joke because most people have already fallen off the wagon even by today, which is the second week of January. So how are you doing? Did you make some goals? Have you stayed true to the pace? You still on the wagon, or where are you at? So I wanted to do a solo episode and a really short one. I have two co-hosts back here. I have my Layla Lou. Say hi, Layla. Layla's my dog, for those of you who are listening on Spotify and just audibly or on Apple. And then I have my Gigi Boo. I always let my girls hang out with me if they want to when I'm recording. Gigi's peeking over the corner there. Anyway, I wanted to just do this really short episode to start the year off on a positive note. When we're talking about goals, it's really easy to sit around when we're having drinks on New Year's Eve and say, you know what, hey, it'd be really cool if I could do this. Or I really wish that I was here, or that I weighed this amount, or I was at this fitness level, or I was in this career, or I could go back to school. So it's easy to say what you want. The hardest part is executing it and making it a reality. So I'm going to give you some quick tips to help you with that. The first one is I want you to write them down. It's okay that we're past New Year's Day. Okay. January is the Monday of months. So we have this whole month to get it together and start anew. So when you write something down, and I want you to pick at least 3 things, and it can fall into any category. As your fitness chick, I always like to talk about the LYs, becoming your best self, not just physically, but also mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, all that good stuff. So any goal that you have, write it down. When you put it to paper, instead of just speaking it, you take more ownership of it, and you're going to make it more likely to come to fruition. So I want you to write down your goals if you haven't already done that. Okay. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, and this is where most people fall short, is it's easy to write the goals even down. It's a little harder than talking about them. But the second step is you have to create an action plan on how you're going to achieve those goals. Because if you don't, it's just thrown out into the atmosphere, into this big gray area of abyss with no stability, structure, foundation. So you're going to think about goal number 1, goal number 2, goal number 3. separate them on the piece of paper, and underneath each goal specifically, write down what you're going to do, what steps you need to take in order to reach that goal. So if you're wanting to go back to school, then you need to start looking on your calendar on if you have time for that. And if you really want to do it, you'll find time for it. You need to start reaching out to different online schools. You need to start finding out about financial assistance. You need to start paving the action steps on how you're going to do it. If you're actively trying to change your lifestyle as far as your fitness level is concerned, then you have to go, okay, what's the first thing that I need to do? Do I need to join a gym? Do I need to buy weights if you want to work out at home? Do I need to hire a personal trainer like yours truly to get you going in the right direction? I need to go through my cupboard and my pantry. I need to figure out what kind of food I need to eat. I need to start strategizing how I'm going to meal prep. You're going to write all these different action steps down so that you can make this goal much more attainable. Sometimes when we think about our goal, it's like, oh my God, there's so many components to it. You just become overwhelmed. And then you're just like, F it, I'm going to do it. Let's just go back to being, overweight and deconditioned, or I'll do my school next year or whatever. But probably whatever goals you currently have, you've been wanting to do them for a while. I'm just guessing because I'm the queen of procrastination. I used to be anyway. But remember, life is short. If you want to do it, the time is now. Write your goals down, write down your action steps. You can almost reverse engineer it, go backwards. Okay. The third tip that I want you to do to help you achieve your New Year's resolutions is write a timeline down. So if you have a goal of losing weight, I always like to say safely 2 to 3 pounds per week. Okay. So if you want to lose 30 pounds, get a day planner, use your phone, use a dry erase board, whatever you want to do, but set little milestones, benchmarks, if you will, of what that timeline looks like. Okay, so I want to lose 30 pounds. So if I can go, let's say 2 pounds a week, that's 15 weeks. So that's approximately 4 months. So we're in January. Holy smokes, by the end of May, I could be where I'm at if I stay on course. So I would recommend going, okay, so 2 pounds a week. So 4 weeks, which is a month, that's going to be 8 pounds is my goal for the month of between now and a month from now. And then when I reach that goal, I'm going to celebrate by doing this. So write your timeline down. If you want to learn to play guitar, whatever, a hobby, whatever, write a timeline down. Okay, I'm going to buy my guitar on this date. I'm going to start researching teachers. I'm going to start calling. I'm going to start price pointing it. I'm going to look at my calendar and see what times I'm available. All that. You have to make a plan. People don't plan to fail, they fail to plan. So you're going to write down your goals. You're going to write down your action plan for those goals in order to achieve those. And then you're going to write a timeline out. That's tip number 3. Tip number 4 on how to achieve your New Year's resolutions is you need to quit lying to yourself. It's not going to be easy to do New Year's resolutions. That's why most people don't achieve them. But you need to quit lying to yourself that you're okay living a mediocre life, if that's what you're doing. Everybody was put on this planet to leave an impact in some way. And it doesn't mean that, you have to become the president of the United States, and don't even go, we won't even go there about that. But you don't have to have this huge goal. But I really truly believe everybody's born with special gifts. And I'm not trying to sound all rainbow and unicorn and puppy like, but we were all put on this planet for a reason. And if you're just coasting through life in autopilot mode and you're comfortable being comfortable, but your heart and your soul are longing for something and you feel agitated because you were meant for something more, it's time to get to work. It's 2024. How many years have you been saying that you've wanted to do these certain goals? Probably a long time. So quit lying to yourself. Have a come to Jesus meeting with yourself. If you're doing some bad habits that you need to quit and you know you need to quit bullshitting yourself and take ownership and accountability, because you and only you can change it. If there's good habits that you need to develop, then let's look at those. Write them down, okay? But quit lying to yourself. The fifth tip is stay disciplined. If it was easy, everybody would do it. If your goal is to lose weight, get into a fitness program, everybody gets all excited in January. That's why all the gym owners are going, woohoo, show me the money, baby. And that's why you get all excited. You probably got like a brand new water bottle for Christmas. You got some new AirPods. You got some cute little new workout outfits. You're all geared up. You're all lamped up. The first few weeks, it's fun because it's exciting. You're getting caught up in the energy and the vibe. And then you start to realize, shit, this is hard. This cuts into maybe some more time that I could be sleeping, or that I could be watching Netflix, or, if I did this, oh, it's raining outside today. Oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night. You have to make the decision that whatever your goal is, you're going to do it no matter what. No matter what. Everybody has the same 24 hours in the day. Granted, some people have more of a handful of stuff to do than others, but where there's a will, there's a way. And if you decide that you're going to do something, damn it, keep those promises to yourself and do them. I can't tell you how many times last year my alarm clock went off and I was like, oh my God, I'm super tired today. Didn't sleep as good as I wanted to. If I don't go to the gym, I could get another extra couple of hours. That probably would make me happier. And then I just sit there and I go, no, this is what you do now, Abby. You're going to get out of bed. And for those of you who are my friends on Facebook and who have followed my transformation, I showed you what can be done, because you saw me at the beginning of the year, what I look like and what I look like at the end of the year. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just trying to validate the point that if you decide you're going to do it, you got to stay disciplined. Motivation's not going to stay there. Motivation is a feeling that goes away super, super quick. You cannot rely on motivation. It is not going to take you to any goal that you have, no matter what department we're talking about. Okay. So you've got to stay disciplined. This is what we do now. That's what we say. This is what we do now. When that alarm clock goes off, this is what we do now. It's not easy, but it can be done. And I know you can do it. So the last step, as I'm wrapping up this short episode of how you can achieve your New Year's resolutions, is you have to believe you can do it. You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, how on earth can anybody else believe in yourself? You need to look in that mirror and you need to say, I'm coming for you. You deserve this. You are worthy of this. You are capable of this. There are people in much more dire circumstances that are doing it. You, meaning I, can do it too. You have to believe in yourself. There's going to be times where it's hard, but you can do it. And you owe it to yourself, especially when we're talking about fitness and health, as your fitness check. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to your children. You owe it to your spouse. You owe it to your employer. You owe it to your family. You owe it to you to become the healthiest, best version of yourself, because then everybody benefits. So the people who tell me I don't have time, I have to do this for somebody, I have to do that for somebody, you cannot give from a cup half empty. Then honestly, if you're not serving yourself, you start to become resentful, you start to become agitated and angry, because if you can't take a little bit of time for yourself each day dedicated to especially fitness to make your life, quality of life better, because as we know, when you're physically fit, it affects every area of your life. you're going to sleep better. You're going to eat better. You're going to have more energy. You could possibly get off some medications. You're extending your longevity. You're prepping your body for a quality of life as you get older. Because your body is inevitably going to get older. You're going to have wear and tear. But, think about when you have been sick before, when you've just had the flu, and you would give anything. You're like, oh my God, I would do anything to not feel like I'm going to throw up. I would do anything to feel like getting dressed and going and doing my daily activities that I always do. Think about how that feels. So let's fast forward to your older years. If we're blessed enough to get there, when you're crippled or you can't carry in your groceries, or you have super high case of diabetes, high sugar levels because you used and abused your body, and you're like, I wish I would have. It's time to get real with yourself. It's time to believe that you can do it, because you can. So let's make 2024 your year. Last year, I dedicated it to myself, and I was able to do that. And I was so grateful. I bettered myself. I leveled up in so many ways, not just physically, but I worked on a lot of healing, recovery from some things. I'm not perfect. I fall off the wagon sometimes too, but damn it, I get right back up, because I know I'm worthy of living my best life. And so are you. So you guys, let's make it a great year. I believe in you. If you need help getting started on a fitness, wellness, nutrition program, investing in your health is the most tremendous thing you can do. For 90 days, set yourself up for success, because you deserve it. If you are needing of that, visit my website, www.yourfitnesschick.com. I invite you to join the Your Fitness Chick group on Facebook. Definitely follow me on Spotify and Apple so you don't miss an episode of the Your Fitness Chick podcast, because as always, I am here to inspire, uplift, educate, and motivate you to become your best self. I'll see you here next Tuesday for a fresh episode. Hey, it's Abby, your fitness chick. Thanks for checking out today's episode. With your continued support, I can keep creating inspiring episodes just like this one. So be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. To stay motivated all week long, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. The links for those can be found in the show notes. Check out my website by visiting www.yourfitnesschick.com. And I'd like to thank my production company, Coraggio Media, but most of all you, my listeners, for helping to inspire me each and every day. I'll see you on the next episode.